create an assessment. So first we're going to pick our course, what we would like to create the assessment for, and decide where you want it to go. Hover over the green line, go to the puzzle piece, add assessment. It's going to load up. It's going to want to ask us for a name, how we want it to be graded with a numeric or a letter grade, how many points it's worth, and then a category which we will have set up in our grade book. And then when do you want this published to students? I want it published on September 4th. And do you want it to submit it? When do you want them to be able to submit it? So you can enable it later, or you could set a date for now. So I want to set it for now, and I'm going to enable it from September 4th at 8 a.m. until September 4th at 4 o'clock. So they have all day to take their test and submit it from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. on the 4th. Do I want to create a password for them to be able to sign in? Personal preference, whatever you wish to do. And then send it to an individual. Decide if you want to get stats back for this test, and copy it to a course. So we're going to hit create. Give some instructions as detailed as you would like. This box will just continue to expand as you put in the directions. Use your toolbar, and then you get into the nitty-gritty here of how you want your test to be set up. So is it going to have a time limit? Do you want your questions randomly ordered so that each student has a different order of questions on their test? Do you want to show the possible points for each question? Are they going to need a calculator, a ruler, a protractor? Do you want them to highlight the text? Be able to have access to a notepad? Do you want to be able to flag questions and go back and review it later? So all kinds of excellent options. And again, these are going to be dependent upon what your focus is for your assessment. And then student settings allow students to view results after an attempt is submitted, and number of attempts that can be submitted. So since it is a test, I would say no and one time for both of those. Then you're going to hit save once you've decided. And down here on the bottom, you'll see add questions. And this on the left-hand side are all your choices. You can use as many as you want for one assessment, but it's a great choice. You can add a chart. You could add a number line. You could have them put something in order, match something, fill in the blank, fill in the blank drop down, just so all kinds of choices to create within your assessment. I'm going to pick short answer. And it takes a minute to pop up. You're going to compose your question and use whatever toolbars options you'd like to add. Then come down here to decide if you want to have a word limit, and depending on your focus again, on or off, and how many words you would limit it to if you let them go over the word limit, and if you want to show them their word count as they are creating their essay. Then here's just a placeholder for the students. Then you can add a learning objective or align this with a rubric. And once you've decided, hit save. And there is your question. So now you could do true or false. You could do audio, whatever, however you want to set up your test. And then later you decide, oh, this question should really have come forth. So you have the option of moving and dragging your questions around. And then we're going to go back to our course. And it will show up here, upcoming. I have a test on September 4th. And here in my folder as well, it tells me I have an exam on September 4th. And that's how you create an assessment.